Hey, time for another Rick Take. Happy Tuesday. Protesters decided to take over the subway. Let's jump into the article. All right. Police seek trespassers on subway tracks in protest of Jordan Neely's death. A handful of protesters of Jordan Neely's death are being sought by police for jumping onto the subway tracks and disrupting service over the weekend. Shocker. Marxists love disrupting shit. The Marine at the center of this controversy has not been arrested or charged, which, I mean, he was trying to stop a violent person on a subway train, and accidents happen. Officials say the protesters got onto the tracks at the Q train station near Lexington Avenue and 63rd Street. Jeez, I'm reading way too fast for my own good. 3 people were arrested Saturday for assaulting police officers during the subway death protests. Officials say a 29-year-old man repeatedly slammed an NYPD inspector's arm with a station exit gate. Yeah, that, more violence on top of violence, right? A 25-year-old woman blocked an incoming Q train, refused to get off the tracks, then knocked a police officer to the ground as she resisted arrest, and a 42-year-old woman allegedly punched a police officer. But his death was wrong and the police don't do anything about it, so why don't we just attack more fucking police? These folks are morons. They're misguided, and they have quite a huge mental fucking deficiency. Let's protest by jumping down in front of a subway train. Jesus, these people. Tell ya. Next thing you know, they'll start that defund the police shit again. Because why not, right? The NYPD is still looking for 6 others who jumped on the subway tracks. A grand jury is expected to decide if the Marine, 24-year-old Daniel Penny, will be criminally charged for putting Neely into the chokehold that led to his death on board a subway train. Among the considerations, did Neely pose a threat to the safety of other passengers? And did Penny use excessive force when he held Neely in that chokehold, reportedly for about 15 minutes? Penny subdued Neely after passengers on the train reported Neely was harassing and threatening them as he begged for food. The individual who did this has to testify at some point to say, "I was in fear for my life and I just wanted to end the situation as best I could." Those things matter. Those statements from the witnesses are really going to play a big role in this, former NYPD Chief of Detectives Robert Boyce said. Neely had been previously arrested 44 times. Let me say that again. 44 fucking times. He was arrested for multiple assaults, an attempted child abduction, drugs and indecent exposure. Now, albeit, it's probably a mental health issue, but why the fuck wasn't he locked up somewhere? Why wasn't he, at the very least, in a fucking mental institution? You'd think. But no, not in clown world. Hell no. No, we're just going to let him go back out onto the street to fucking do worse shit. These people. Officials say he had at least 43 cases of an aided case where mental health care workers took him in for treatment. Well, why didn't they keep him there? The day before his death, he was under investigation for pushing someone on the tracks. Oh, you don't say. There was currently an arrest warrant for Neely in the violent act of an older woman. When I hear that he was yelling and ranting, last time I checked, the penalty for ranting is not death. He looked visibly in pain and hurting where he couldn't perform, said, "I'm hungry, people help me." Lance Clark, a friend of Neely, said. As demonstrators cried out over the weekend, friends remembered a street performer who impersonated Michael Jackson. And I've seen that video. It's kind of cool, but come on. 44 fucking times you've committed crimes? Dude, what the hell? Help yourself. If other people can't help you, you have to help yourself. It's that simple. That shouldn't be a hot take. It shouldn't be a Rick take, but here we are. If you cannot get help from other people. Sorry. Life isn't fair. You have to pick yourself up by the fucking bootstraps. That's a fact and reality of life. I will move on. Neely's friends also say this was a man who needed proper psychiatric help. You don't say. Very concerned for him the last time I saw him. He said, "I'm going to get it together, trust me," said Moses Harper. Neely was reportedly on an unofficial city list of the top 50 homeless people most in need of care. Then why wasn't he taken care of? There's a breakdown in the system here. Penny's attorney put out a statement that Penny had been aggressively threatened by Neely, which led Penny and other subway riders to protect themselves before police arrived. The attorney also said Penny could not have foreseen Neely's death. Of course he couldn't. Well, another short one today. Mental health is a big issue in this country, in the world, quite frankly. Should it have come to somebody choking the guy out and the end result is him dying? Of course not. It should have never come to that. But unfortunately it did. And to charge this Mr. Penny for doing the right thing, they're going to protest. They're going to block up the subway. They're going to do all this shit. This is another George Floyd-like scenario, and I just hope it stays contained. With that, what a fucking doozy. Well, if you like the video, subscribe to my channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, but share it with your friends anyways. Hate watch it. I know you do. With that said, happy Tuesday. Peace out. And now for more unhinged Marxism.
Let me talk. It's a crime what he did. It's a crime how he died. People gotta go to work. It's a big ass city. Manhattan is mad big. Manhattan. I got 5 more stops to go. I've been here for 20 minutes. Yo, bro. Take it one more time, bro. Word my mother now. Now, take it one more time, bro. Take it one more time. What you talking about, bro? Take pictures.